What is going on, everybody? So, after getting the Nintendo Switch Lite, I kind of went through a resurgence of inspiration in terms of handhelds and just all around my thoughts on handhelds in general. And I've come to the conclusion that I am going to get the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, at first, I was more interested in handhelds like the Steam Deck, ROG Ally, and all of those other Windows 11 portables. But since I've spent so much time with my Nintendo Switch Lite, way more than my ROG Ally, Legion Go, and if I had one, a Steam Deck. Now, I've been scoping out the Steam Deck OLED white version, but the thing is sold for $1,000, and I'm certainly not doing that again. But regardless of all of those handhelds, I find that one thing is the most important when it comes to a portable handheld, and that is its portability and battery life. And the Nintendo Switch Lite excels on both accounts. Now, as for the Nintendo Switch 2, when I asked myself exactly what is the one single feature that would make me buy a Nintendo Switch 2, even if I had to rebuy all of those games, well, it turns out rebuying games is a great thing. Supporting something you love is a fantastic thing if you have to consistently excel forward and support everything you love. And Nintendo knows this. They know that people in their heart of hearts wants to support what they love and wants to see what they're enthusiastic about in the spotlight. Now, the one feature that would pull me to get a Nintendo Switch 2 over any other handheld would be an instant play mode. So you can switch between TV mode and handheld mode, but systems like PlayStation 5 and Xbox have an instant play feature, meaning they use an SSD or M.2 memory stick to instantly go back into their games. Now, if Nintendo Switch 2 does this, then it would pretty much be competing with consoles like the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. I'm honestly not sure exactly which name I said before because there are just so many Xboxes and PlayStations. But if the Nintendo Switch 2 can actually get this feature down packed, where you can instantly jump back into your game, having segmented memory stashed away in the Nintendo Switch's cache, similar to the Steam Deck, can possibly get you right back into the game, preventing you from going into the intro all over again. I found the fact that I couldn't just jump right back into Batman Arkham Knight to be semi-annoying, since the Nintendo Switch Lite does have fantastic battery life, but not that great to the point that you have to watch 2-minute intros over and over again. Those add up. And if the Nintendo Switch 2 is more memory-based with better hardware, namely a very powerful and fast micro SSD, which they are starting to make more available for systems like the Steam Deck and the other handhelds. If Nintendo could work with Nvidia or even AMD to make some kind of system where you can jump right back into your game, regardless of what game you go back into, since Nintendo Switch games are a lot smaller, I assume the memory cache won't be that big. And yes, that is the only single feature that will get me right away back into playing Nintendo Switch exclusively over these other handhelds because, well, the ROG Ally is acceptable and it's amazing, but getting into a game can take over 10 minutes sometimes, depending if you have it on Steam or any other launcher, or if it's a third-party game that you have to access through the folder. Sometimes those games take about 2 minutes just to start up, but while they're playing, they work very well. But what I found with the Nintendo Switch is I could just jump right back into the game regardless of how long it's been or how long I've kept the Nintendo Switch asleep. But if the Nintendo Switch cranks this up to 11 and you can actually jump back into any game regardless of when you played it, instantaneously back into the actual gameplay opposed to the intro, those useless intros that have no purpose except telling you exactly who made it. Well, you're damn right that I know Rocksteady made Batman because you keep drilling that into my head. Honestly, I really don't care who makes the games as long as the games are great. So jumping back into the gameplay, especially with something like a handheld, makes a lot more sense for a handheld, and it's a feature I've always wanted to see on a handheld or portable device. Even with phones, you need to boot back into the game, like with Sonic Dash, it shows the Sega logo, and it shows every other type of developer that had anything to do with it, and then you get back into the game. Every handheld and every portable needs this feature, let alone phones. But if we start to see this on consoles like the Nintendo Switch 2, then maybe that instant play mode will be a lot more ubiquitous, opposed to just staying exclusive to consoles. But yes, that would be amazing if we get a PlayStation 5-esque feature of instant play on the Nintendo Switch 2. This would make me think differently about the Nintendo Switch 2 and take its hardware seriously, even more seriously than something like the ROG Ally. Right now, the ROG Ally is kind of okay for me. It's been a while. I actually got the handheld when it first released, so it's a little slow now. And I've updated Windows and all that. Windows handhelds are just not it, in my opinion. It's not the handheld experience that somebody would want, but something like a Nintendo Switch and even a Steam Deck is something more and more people are wanting, but having an instant play feature, now that would be next level. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this theory about the Nintendo Switch 2. Do you want an instant play feature on Nintendo Switch 2? Because in my opinion, that would be incredible. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a good one. Later.